Hello, I'm Jeff Hampton with the Hampton Law Firm. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about theft cases and specifically the statute of limitations. How long does the state of Texas have to actually file a theft case against you if you've been arrested for theft? All right, if you wait around till the end of this video, I'll also provide you a free ebook, What to Do If You've Been Charged with a Crime in Texas. All right, let's jump right in. Now, I have seen this happen several times. Now, it doesn't happen very frequently, but I have seen it happen where someone's accused of theft. Hypothetically, someone's accused of theft, the detective reaches out to them, and they come and they hire us, and after they've retained our services, we get a hold of that detective and we say, hey, listen, we're not going to be giving you any statements. If you have the evidence, you go ahead and proceed. If you want the truth, you're going to get it from us as attorneys. And then it turns out the detective really didn't have quite as much as he thought, but he goes ahead and gets a warrant for arrest for our client. Our client gets arrested, they bond out of jail, and then time starts to tick. 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, a year. Now my client's looking at me saying, okay, Jeff, well, good. We did a good job at the very beginning on this, but how long do I have to wait before I know I don't have to be looking in the rearview mirror anymore? When is that statute of limitations going to toll so that I can know I don't have to worry about a theft case ever being filed against me? Now, I want to clear something up for you. One of the things that happens all the time is a common misconception is I'll get a lot of people who will call and they'll initially be interested in hiring and they'll say, wait a minute, I have an idea. Since my case has been filed, as long as we can drag it out a couple of years, then the case, they'll have to dismiss it. No. Please understand, that's why it's so important that we understand what a statute of limitations is. A statute of limitations is the time frame that the state has to file your case and to begin the prosecution, okay? Now, that's what a statute of limitations is. It's basically a time frame required by law that based upon the seriousness of the offense by which the state of Texas must file the case. Now, let me give you a couple of examples for that. If you have a misdemeanor theft charge, it's normally about a 2-year statute of limitations, okay? So I've had several clients where they were allegedly involved in shoplifting, arrested, and we get all the way up to about 1 year and 11 months. We're right on the cusp. And if that detective does not file that case, or the district attorney does not file that case by that 2-year mark, they are absolutely prohibited from being able to file the case after the statute of limitations. There are some strange ones when it relates to theft. If it's theft by fiduciary, if you had a fiduciary duty to a company or to something along those lines, there can be up to a 10-year statute of limitations. Theft of a public servant, up to a 10-year statute of limitations. And there can be anywhere between a 3 to 5-year statute of limitations on a felony theft charge. So each and every theft offense can vary depending upon that amount of time. But the time, let's talk about the time that it tolls. Here's some weird stuff, okay? Here's some of the weird rules related to this. The clock for these statute of limitations begins ticking the moment an offense is committed, but the period of limitation can be suspended under the following circumstances. Any time that the suspect was not in the state, so if they just ran away to Mexico or to some other place and decided they were going to be gone. The time during the pendency of an indictment, that does not count as well. And the example that we give is that if there was a string of robberies that took place and someone left the state for 6 years, the clock actually stops the day that person left the state, and then it begins again when they come back. Now, this is very rare that this happens, but it's very important because there's rules in place that you can't just run away from something and it just goes away, right? That's not the way the law is set up. So I say that to say this. This is a common question that's brought up to me. If you're facing a theft charge, you need the help of an experienced attorney, number one, to make sure that if the statute of limitations situation applies to your case, and number two, to protect you to make sure that you do not have a theft conviction on your criminal record. So I promised you if you waited around till the end of this video, I would give you a free ebook, What to Do If You Have Been Charged with a Crime in Texas. All you have to do is click the link down here below. Be happy to give you that free resource. And thanks again for joining us today on our YouTube channel. I look forward to seeing you on our next video.